fans and YouTubers? Is that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you? Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and I wish today they could be therapeutic, because I didn't know when I was making the video yesterday and was just spitballing about shutting down Tyron Smith that they'd actually do it. But I figured that if his neck problems was hindering him worse than it was at this same time last week, then there was no way they could have him continue this season without getting some kind of surgery or something. Too many times in the past, they have basically underplayed an injury and just said rest and relaxation will get somebody by. And it seems like more and more, especially this season, when they say rest and relaxation, you might as well just get the surgery. Just get it done as soon as possible so you're ready by the next off season. Because it doesn't seem like it's helping these guys in any fashion when you say, oh, well, they can just get a lot of rest and they'll be fine. And then 3 months later, they're still not fine, and then you got to go out and get surgery anyway. Now you wasted most of that recovery time by sitting around waiting and hoping and praying and wishing that it would just go away. I don't know the NFL's medical plans and medical details, insurance and stuff. I don't think they do insurance. I think players got to get that stuff on their own. But you think by now somebody like Tyron will have some heckified health insurance, because the last couple years has been what? Necks, knees, backs. There always seems to be a surgery, especially for our players. They got one of the best renowned specialists, surgeons out there in Texas, so that's a good thing that they're local and, you know, can get their checkups from the guys that are close to them. But these guys' medical bills got to be insane when they get hurt. So when you think about guys that get hurt and are not able to play and have to opt for surgeries almost every other year, you got that. And then you see on the opposite spectrum where guys like Jason Witten and Brandon Carr and Brett Favre and guys like that are Iron Men. Eli Manning, because they've never missed games. They've never had time off. They've never needed surgery for something. Well, Witten did, but after that, never again. And it just is a credit and tribute to the guys of yesteryear, the way that there were no rules and these guys would go out and kill each other week in and week out. And they didn't have health insurance like that. They didn't have the money like this to pay for their bills. These guys went out here and bled on the field, cut up, meat up, everything. I mean, if you've seen some of these documentaries about what guys look like after they finish playing, their bones literally never reset. Because if you see some of these guys' toes or their fingers, how they're just mangled to the point that they're just never going to be right again. It's amazing how far that a lot of them are at where they are now. Of course, now we know about head trauma a whole lot more than the past, but it is just amazing. I, for one, if it was up to my son, I would not recommend playing football. I'd want him to be a baseball player or something that's gonna pay him as much but won't hurt him as much, you know, because I don't want to be the type of parent that's got to be watching a football game cheering on my kid and then you got to see them getting stretched out. I can't do it. But that's pretty much the huge part of the news. Mike McCarthy and the team have tried to play damage control after Xavier Woods had his brain fart of the week, saying they don't give 100% effort all the time, and, you know, they tried to back him up and all that. The best way you can tell me as a fan that you're doing anything about that effort is to just bench somebody. Okay, you don't want to give 100% effort. I'm going to bench you until somebody does give 100%. Can't be no worse. To be honest, you can't be worse than you already are, especially on defense. So, it's not going to hurt me to know that you're starting some other players. But other than that, on the injury front, still looks like some guys are slowly working their way back into individual drills. Next week, they're more than likely going to see how they can do in some practice. Excuse me. So one-on-ones, and then there'll probably be limited participants next week, especially guys like Anthony Brown. Cheeto may be a week away. Sean Lee may be a couple weeks away. As far as Van Der Esch, they say medically he's healed as far as the collarbone, but the doctors have not given them a full go to have contact yet. So he's still working his way back, rehabbing and everything, and doing everything he can off to the side, but take contact. So that's what we got for now. Leading into this game, it is basically the Jason Garrett show. Will he march back into Dallas and, stamp AT&T Stadium as his? Or will Mike McCarthy, who has beaten us plenty of times with the other team and that bad man, is he going to be able to take the team he's beaten so many times and actually beat Jason Garrett again? And, it's funny because as we talk about this game, it's all we talk about is Jason Garrett. We forget Joe Judge is really the head coach of the Giants. We don't really talk about him. Nobody really knew who he was or what he looked like until he got this job. And all we talk about is Jason Garrett. That's funny. It took 10 years to get rid of him, and when it comes up, we still talk about him. But that's the way it goes. It's about to come full circle. Well, a guy who played for both these organizations now has coached in both these organizations. Will he come back to AT&T Stadium and put a stamp on it, or will we be able to be walking out of our own home turf victors? Woo, can't wait. Lots of fireworks are going to happen, especially if we lose, which I hope we don't. Well, I just have to see how it goes. If anything else happens, we'll get it to you. Till then, happy Friday, happy day. It's the weekend. Most people are getting off. I'll be actually heading into work. And have a good weekend. Have a safe weekend. Get ready for game time. Enjoy yourselves. VA Dallas Cowboy fan, out.